Hello and welcome to the Ford Entertainment Group iRacing Flea Market Series from Bristol. Tonight, race number 10. We're here for 125 laps at the Coliseum. There's some issues with the server potentially. It looks like a lot of drivers not gridding up just yet. They've already made it through qualifying here, so we're trying to figure out what's going on. But you can see the point standings up on your screen. For the Ford Entertainment Group iRacing Flea Market Series, Josh Bonwell took over the points lead after last race. Tyler Pluff drops to second. Ken McCullough Jr. Maintains third position. Alec Conklin in fourth. Travis Rucker fifth. Chad Ross sixth. Matthew Correa seventh. Clint Cox eighth. Chris McCullough ninth. And Robert Vormwald rounds out the top 10 in points as we are closing in on the chase here for the Ford Entertainment Group iRacing Flea Market Series. And I'm just going to check and see how many drivers make it into that first round. Looks like top 24, so none of these drivers in danger of falling outside of that position with only a couple races left to go. And we want to thank you so much for joining in here on VSPEED, bringing you the race here tonight. And we bring you each and every Ford Entertainment Group iRacing Flea Market Series race. These guys already pacing now. I'm going to run through our starting grid. Jim Ott on the pole here tonight. Rory Gamble going to start on the outside of row number 1. Cole Johnson going to be rolling off in third here. Josh Bonwell starting in fourth. David Santini going to be rolling off in fifth. Ken McCullough Jr. starting in sixth position. Matt Quick starting in seventh. Jeremy Crandall going to be rolling off in eighth here tonight. Robert Vormwald going to be starting in that ninth position. Ronnie Royal in 10th. Alec Conklin rolling off 11th. Sean Gosminski rolling off 12th. Stephen Fogel 13th. Matthew Correa 14th. Raymond Rittenor rolling off 15th. Heath Olson 16th. Andrew Melvin 17th. Russell Chansey 18th. Tyler Pluff 19th. And Matthew Lee, last week's winner, rounding out the top 20. Clint Cox starting 21st. Travis Rucker 22nd. Chad Ross 23rd. Timothy Bates 24th. Jeff Smith 25th. David McCullough 26th. The Beard 27th, Christopher McCullough 28th, Jeremy Poole 29th, and Eli Warren rounds out the top 30. Tim No 31st, Joshua Caudill 32nd, Jose Medina 33rd, James Simmons 34th, Dak Fields 35th, Eddie Donahue 36th. And that's going to round out the field here just in time for the green flag to come out. And we are underway here from Bristol. Track conditions here tonight, 73-degree track temp. Going to be tons of grip in these B cars as Jim Ott already way out in front. 2 or 3 car lengths the gap back to second, and he pulls away even more out of turn number 4. Bristol is known as the Coliseum for a reason, and I expect us to see some intense racing action throughout the race here tonight. But Jim Ott in control, Rory Gamble back in second, Josh Bonwell moving up into third position. So he is starting to move forward and has not captured a win, but the points leader has run very well and been very consistent throughout the season. Ken McCullough, the only driver in the top 10 in points with a win, currently in 5th position, and didn't get the finish that he probably wanted last week at Michigan as he tags the wall there in turns 1 and 2, jumps down inside of Cole Johnson now as they go down into turn number 3. Jeremy Crandall back here side by side with David Santini. And we want to apologize for the rush start. Server went up a little bit sooner than we thought, and I had to back out because we weren't seeing any drivers on track. But we thank you all for tuning in here live on YouTube and Twitch at the moment. Right now, rounding out the top 10 on the field, Alec Conklin. Just sandwiched right here between Ronnie Royal and Robert Vormwald, who is still in the top 10 in points in that 01 car. Right behind them, Sean Gosminski trying to hold off Matthew Correa and Stephen Fogel. Andrew Melvin has gained a couple spots early. And let's check in on last week's winner, Matthew Lee. A little ways back here in 26th position. After starting in 20th, so he's gone backwards. But you know who's gone forwards? That's Jim Ott. Led every lap so far here And Rory Gamble tags the wall there behind him, but just a light brush. Not going to slow him down too much. And like we do each and every week, we want you to shout out your favorite driver in the chat, and we will try and keep up with them throughout the races. Caution number 1 is out. Let's see what happened here. I didn't see. I thought I saw a car going around there. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here to bring out our first caution of the night. And potentially involving Matthew Correa and a few others. The 11, you can see right up in here. Let's see what happens. Keeping an eye on the 2 of Matthew Correa. As the 30 tags the wall, 2 checks up, 11 goes around behind him. So that's what brought out the caution. Stephen Fogel. They'll check up. He gets on the brakes hard. The car comes around on him, and we lose him there for just a second. So, and out front, it's still Jim Ott deciding to stay out under the caution. And we're already a tenth of the way through this race. It's going to go by really quickly around this little half-mile oval, often deemed the fastest half-mile track in the world, and no doubt in my mind that's probably true. And we want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of this series, iRacing Flea Market. Great place to buy and sell new and used sim racing equipment. Head on over to iRacing Flea Market after the race today, and the Ford Entertainment Group will be doing a giveaway to a random driver on the lead lap. And I'm not sure exactly what the giveaway is here tonight, but usually some great prizes being handed out here in the Ford Entertainment Group iRacing Flea Market Series. And the winner of the race will get a trophy, a custom trophy, produced by VSPEED. You can head over to vspeedsim.com if you run a league or you're interested in getting iRacing trophies of your own. Get them custom made with your own name, whatever series, and you can get a few custom designs. We're working up some new templates for that, so it's easier for you to pick and choose exactly what you want. And those trophies starting at $30. Also want to give a shout out to another sponsor, Renegade Coffee Bar. Renegade Coffee Bar is a pre-workout supplement replacement bar. So instead of those powders that you use to make pre-workout shakes, which are often kind of annoying and inconvenient, and also sugary and maybe not even the best tasting, the Renegade Coffee Bar is a much better solution to give you energy throughout the day or throughout your workouts. It's packed with caffeine and beta-alanine, which is good for endurance throughout your workouts. Made from fair trade Colombian coffee beans, and it is vegan and gluten-free. Very delicious bars if you love coffee, and you can save 20% on your purchase of Renegade Coffee Bars by using the code Renegade20. Head on over to renegadecoffeebar.com and check them out. About to get going green here. Jim Ott, your leader, Rory Gamble to the inside. So Ott electing the outside line. Gets going here. Good jump by the number 4. 77 not able to quite cope with him, but the 33 up high did not get a great restart. Josh Bonwell going to go right back by him here. Ken McCullough Jr. battling side by side with David Santini. Is behind them. Jeremy Crandall tags the wall. And Crandall now running that lower line. Ken McCullough Jr. not able to get past David Santini. It looks like Santini was able to drive past him. And we see the 32 of Jose Medina. Not sure what's going on with that driver, but he is off the pace down low. Maybe waiting for a spot to get back in line. As all these cars driving right on past, he starts getting back up to speed, I think. Gets rolling again and back underway. But here come the leaders right back up to his bumper. It's going to be about a second or two behind him. See, he gets up into line here on the back straightaway. Jim Ott is already there. Rory Gamble is not letting Ott get very far away this time. Josh Bonwell not able to keep up with those top two just yet. And we saw a couple comments in chat. We've got a vote for David Santini to potentially win tonight's race. He is currently running in that 5th position, so good run going for him. Started in the top 5, running in 5th. Tim No, another vote here from the fans in the chat, but he is currently 4 laps off the pace in that 00. Not sure what happened. It started in 31st, right now 34th, 4 laps down. So, and of course we've got Josh's mom in here in chat, and she is of course rooting for Josh to win tonight's race. And let's see where he is running. Currently 3rd still, and not falling back at the moment, but Cole Johnson's starting to reel him in, so Josh is going to have to find some speed here to stay out in front of that driver and maybe chase down the top 2 as we see the 17 down low. That is Eddie Donahue, well off the pace as well. Jim Ott out in front. Battle here a bit farther back. That is Chris McCullough down low. And he pitted under the caution there. Right now down on the inside of David McCullough, either a brother, cousin, or some other relative, but those two very close going down into that corner, able to clear it up. Can't really go 3 wide. Here's the 8, drifts up in front of the 38, 3 wide with the lap car. At the moment, 38 tags the wall, stuck on the wall, and here comes the 51 through the middle. Russell Chansey making the move down low to get by, and that will move him up to 16th. The 38 of Chad Ross dropping back to 17th. Matthew Correa jumps in line behind him. He is currently 18th. And last week's winner, Matthew Lee, right here outside the top 20. He's trying to chase down Eli Warren and Stephen Fogel, kind of running near each other. So the 11 spin just a bit earlier, but no damage really on that car. And he has continued on his way back inside the top 20, up at the front. Looks like we've got a battle now between Josh Bonwell and Cole Johnson. This is for 3rd and 4th. They make their way through the corner. Cole Johnson trying to chase him down. He has closed in quite a bit. He charges down into turns 3 and 4, coming back across the start-finish line now. We're going to be at lap 30 already. And track position is going to be very important here. Tires are going to be important as we get longer runs in. A little bit further, Ken McCullough Jr. all over the back bumper of David Santini. These two have been battling it out since the restart about 15 laps ago. It's Ken cutting down earlier in the turn, not able to get the run out of the corner because Santini rides that high line all the way through. McCullough a bit closer to the wall. You can see how much momentum he gains just by doing that. Dives down now on the inside. They go down into 3 and 4 side by side, and they've reeled in Cole Johnson. Is that 55 down low and off the pace there. The 03 trying to get this pass completed, but it's going to be very difficult. He is working well down low. 34 charging back hard on the outside. And he is not able to complete that pass yet, but they're reeling in Cole Johnson. And Johnson really holding these two up now, I think, as he is not able to. He was not able to stay with Josh Bonwell, our points leader. Here comes the 03 with the move down low. This time not able to find an open space. The 34 gets loose, and that allows Ken McCullough to grab that top 5 position. But the 34 back down low, and caution is out once again. Trying to see who it was. Like it potentially involved the 51, the 42, and the 8. This would be caution number 2. Oh, yep, 8, a bit loose out of the corner, slams into the wall, the 51 does, and that's going to hurt his chances of a win here tonight. I believe they do have one faster pair in tonight's race. Let's see Chansey down in pit lane, instantly towing it down there. So he's going to be done for the night. Jim Ott pulls into his pit box. Looks like a lot of drivers coming in, but a few staying out, including the 8, the 42. That's David and Chris McCullough actually making their way onto the back straightaway. It is interesting because Bristol is a track with 2 pit roads. You've got one on the front and on the back stretch. And it can be very confusing to pit here as the 42 nearly getting into his relative there as they make their way on the pit road into their boxes cleanly. You see the 19, I think, behind them with an issue. It's Eli Warren, slid through his box, and the leaders already making their way back around. Jim Ott winning the battle off pit road. He will take over the lead once again. Josh Bonwell moves up into second position through the pit cycle. And once again, we want to thank you so much for tuning in here on VSPEED. VSPEED is a broadcasting company, but that's not all we do. We also offer custom design services for sim racing equipment, or really anything that you could want, whether it's like a logo, or you want us to design a rig. We have capabilities in 3D and 2D design services. So whatever you may need to improve your iRacing experience, you know, we can help you develop a custom solution for that. And we are live right now on Twitch and YouTube. If you're enjoying the stream, please hit that like button and consider subscribing over on YouTube. And if you're watching on Twitch, please consider following us. We really appreciate it. It helps us bring great content each and every week to the race fans that come out to watch. You can also find us on Facebook, where we announce each and every race that we will be broadcasting throughout the week. And we'll be bringing you the rest of the Ford Entertainment Group iRacing Flea Market Series broadcasts. Race number 10 right now, and we've got a total of 16 races this season. So the season's starting to wind down, but we will be broadcasting until November 4th with these guys. And we look forward to the rest of the season and how the points shake out. I believe winner of the championship in this series will win a custom PC by Ford Entertainment Group. And if you're interested in getting your own custom PC, check out FEGPC.com, where you can order your own custom PC. Jeff is a great guy to work with, builds some awesome PCs and offers incredible deals on his computers. So check him out, send him a message. He is in the chat here, and hope he is enjoying the race as well. Pace car is in after caution number 2. Jim Ott, Josh Bonwell on the front row. Ott with the restart, green flag back out. And we are already 40 laps into tonight's race, just flying by. As now Ken McCullough up into third, and he has made his way forward. 34 of Santini down low, trying to get the pass completed on Cole Johnson. They rub doors on the front straightaway. Johnson sends it into the corner. Bounces off the wall. It hurts his momentum a bit there, but 34 not able to get in throttle running on that low line. And here comes the 89 of Matt Quick, looking pretty quick on that high line. Very vibrant car tonight. Santini is going to struggle to fight back down low, but he gets a good run, and he's going to hold on to the position as we're back under caution. And not sure where it is. Like involving Eddie Donahue, Heath Olson, possibly. And we're going to try and find this caution for you here, and we'll be right back. There we go. Looks like Tim No possibly involved in this in the 00. Not sure why it put me on that car. I can't see him on track. Yeah, I can't quite tell what happened. Not able to find the caution. So we lose about half the drivers throughout the race. You can see people blinking in and out, and Able to see what the source of that caution was. That brings out our third caution of the night, though, and Jim Ott has led every lap here, 45 laps into this event. You can see he started on the pole, and he's led the entire way. So he's doing a great job there in that Pure Ink Ryonet number 4 Chevy Camaro. As we pace under caution number 3, he continues to lead the way. Josh Bonwell has made his way up into second after starting in fourth, and Ken Micolo Jr. started in sixth. He is up to third. Cole Johnson 1 position back into fourth after starting in third, and David Santini started fifth and running fifth, so he is maintained quite well. Matt Quick just behind these drivers, up 1 position, and Rory Gamble we see has lost quite a few spots here in the early going. We'll see if he can find his way back to the front in that Sharpie Pen 77. Alec Conklin up a few positions. Eli Warren up 21 positions in that number 19. Even with the slight pit road mistake, he is way up from where he started. Chris McCullough up 18 positions. Jeremy Crandall back a few. David McCullough up 14. So a few of these drivers started deep in the field, have made their way up inside the top 15. And that is a challenging thing to do here. Such tight quarters and so many cars on track. We started with 36 drivers here tonight. Although many of them not actually taking the field. We still have 28 on the lead lap. Timothy Bates, last driver on the lead lap, he is back 4 spots from where he started, but still on the lead lap and still in contention to get that giveaway after the race. As pace car lights are off, field doubling back up. Jim Ott and Josh Bonwell once again on the front row. Working their way down into turn 3. It's going to be Jim Ott up high, Bonwell down low, and we'll see if Bonwell can time this restart. Well, he does not. Ott gets going. Here comes Cole Johnson to the outside of Josh Bonwell as they go down into turn 1. Highline usually preferred on a long run. The inside line, you can work it for those first few laps if you know what you're doing here, but it is challenging for sure. And Bonwell not letting the 33 just take it, but there goes Cole Johnson really sending it into turn 1 once again. I heard contact farther back. We've got Tyler Pluff involved and the 81 of Ronnie Royal involved. Eli Warren, who we just talked about, who was up like over 20 positions involved in that, and a few others. Let's go back and take a look at what brought out caution number 4. We are taking a look at the 81 here, and I think they may have made the contact up in front of him. You see someone spinning right there, the 01 of Vormwald. Trying to see if I can find him. Coming out of the corner, I believe it's next time around. 83 drifts up the track into the 38. They make contact. Vormwald goes around 38, checking up hard. And then it was on from there. The 81 caught up. The 19 of Eli Warren. I got to see what happened to Eli. He gets checked up by the 77. The 8 tags him. 73. The 2 caught up. The 81 nowhere to go. Tyler Pluff, I think, did not get away with minimal damage, but heavy contact for a lot of these drivers. Eli Warren probably worst off. So a big wreck there, and that is caution number 4. Still no lead changes as Jim Ott out in front. Cole Johnson was able to take over second position, and Josh Bonwell shuffled back to third on the restart, but here comes the 17 getting a lap back. It's Eddie Donahue, he is now 2 laps down. That National Guard Camaro. Heavy damage all around his car, but see what he can do here to potentially get back on the lead lap. And if you are watching on Twitch right now, you can use the command !FEG, and that will take you to the Ford Entertainment Group PC website, where you can order your own custom PC, where you can then participate in iRacing, the world's leading motorsport simulation. It's a great platform, very accurate. They laser scan these tracks. The cars are built to mimic the real life cars, and the physics are about as good as it gets, especially for the money. This is it's a big investment if you want to do a lot of different series and a lot of different tracks, but minimal compared to what it takes to own a real race car, and also wreck a real race car. There's no costs associated with crashing your car in here, so it's definitely a good way to get some practice and improve your racing ability without the real life implications. But head on over to FEGPC.net and you can get a quote or customize your own custom PC and improve your iRacing experience instead of running on an old laptop or something like that. Jeff offers great deals on his PCs, so head on over there and check it out. Short cautions here. They're only 47-second laps under caution, as Jim Ott, Cole Johnson on the front row here. Ott once again on the high line, 33, trying to jump the start, gets a bad restart. There goes Ken McCullough right on by, passed him before the start-finish line even. And the 33 going to try and challenge back down low, but Santini up high, and we'll see what happens between these two. Bonwell squeezes Chris McCullough into the wall. They stack up behind him. There's David McCullough up into the wall. And I'm sure the 42 not too happy about that move, as the 56 tried to close the door, and the door was wide open. 42 had stuck his nose in there already. Cole Johnson stuck down low, and he's going to get shuffled if he doesn't get up in line here quickly. Tries to slide up, but Bonwell is there. He tags the wall. Bonwell bouncing off the wall. Going to lose some speed there. We'll see if the 33 can now slide up. But Bonwell charging hard up high, trying to close that door, and he does. 33 once again sending it in. 42, a little bit of retaliation possibly as they tag each other. 42 goes around, up into the air. The 2, the 8, the 54, the 73, 37, 01, 87. All these drivers involved in that. And I'm not sure if it was retaliation, but it looked a little bit more intentional than unintentional, let's just say that. They went down into the corner here. 42 really charged it in hard. Maybe it was an accident. It's not easy to tell. The entry speeds and braking points are so different here for a lot of drivers, but 42 paid the price for making contact. Bonwell was able to escape with less damage, but let's try and take a look at what happened here. He gets hit, sent down low. 8 gets into him, but 56 able to hold on to it for the most part. McCullough slamming the wall. The 2 paid a big price for this. 89 heavily involved as well. I'm going to see if we can take a look from Andrew Melvin's nose cam here. You can see the 56 already going around, and Andrew really nowhere to go. The track blocked, gets hit from behind into the 42, but he escapes, I think, with relatively minor damage. Maybe not. Carl looks pretty beat up on both ends now, so a lot of fast drivers caught up in that one, and that's going to shake up the outcome of this race for sure. As we're nearly at the halfway point. And Jim Ott, let's see, he has led every lap, I believe. Yep, every single lap so far has belonged to that number 4 Ryonet Pure Ink Chevy Camaro. As we are approaching the halfway mark. If you haven't already, comment down below who you think is going to win tonight, or your favorite driver, so we can keep up with them throughout the race. Right now, Jim Ott in a pretty good position to potentially take this one. But we'll have to see what happens. Ken McCullough Jr. Has charged from 6th up to 2nd, and he has good speed in that 03, and potentially enough speed to challenge McCullough or Jim Ott. Probably going to get the one to go on this next time by. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. If we do not, we're going to cut to a commercial, but it'll be interesting to see how the points are towards the cutoff line. I haven't looked that far down in the standings. But the top 10 all separated by about 100 points, which really is not all that much after 9 races. You would expect maybe a bit more. The top 3 are all very close, within 27 points of each other. And Ken McCullough Jr. currently in the best position of the top 3. Currently in 2nd, Bonwell in 5th, and Tyler Pluff is all the way back in 22nd position, trying to catch back up to the field after getting some damage fixed. Pace car is out in front, about to dip down to pit road, and he does. 03 doesn't time the restart well. The 4 has been on top of it today. Cole Johnson now to the outside of Ken McCullough Jr. David Santini trying to get in there as well. He's going to try and stick as close to the 33 as he can as they make their way down the back straightaway into turn 3. 34 of Santini, a bit slower on entry, but really charging hard on exit, as Ken McCullough trying to squeeze them up there and trying to force a mistake out of those drivers, but it has not happened yet. As really tight racing. This is for 4th and 5th. Ken McCullough, actually 3rd and 4th, I should say. Jim Ott out in front by almost a second already. Cole Johnson just in front of these two battling it out, and the 34 going to win the battle right now. McCullough into 4th, but David McCullough in 5th now, and Travis Rucker has made his way to 6th. Bonwell dropping back. Probably a result of that damage. You can see how crinkled the left rear is on that car. The 8 gets into the wall, able to hold on to it, but he is well off the pace now on the inside, and going to lose a lot of spots. Actually going to take it behind the wall. We're looking up towards the front. This battle for 2nd through 4th is pretty tight as the 03 peaks down low once again. Jim Ott well out in front, almost a second as we mentioned before. But we're going to take a look at the nose cam here of Ken McCullough and see what he can do, as he is trying to make the pass on David Santini. Cole Johnson just up there in front, going down below the lap car. 17 kind of in the way of Santini, and Ken McCullough able to get by a little bit more cleanly, but not able to gain the ground that he probably would have liked to. And Travis Rucker now into the top 5. You can see how far it is up to 4th place, though. It's over a second and a half, and that is a ton of room on this track. Andrew Melvin now up into 6th position after getting caught up in that last caution, but he is charging hard and looking to make a pass on Rucker. As Rucker tags the 17, they make contact. 17 down onto the apron. Eddie Donahue just a bit in the way there. He's currently 3 laps down and well off the pace. And probably should have rolled over and let those two right on by, as we've got a battle here at the tail end of the top 10. That's Matthew Correa, Robert Vormwald, and Jeff Smith. Vormwald up high right behind the number 2. And those cars both battered, but the 07 looks pretty clean down low. He's trying to make that pass on Correa. He will slide up behind Correa, and here comes Vormwald back down low. Good exchange going on right back here. 01 slides up the track, though. Not a lot of room, as he nearly tags the 07 going down into the corner, but Jeff Smith able to avoid the contact. And he's got a huge run coming out of the corner. Peaks down low on Correa. I think he's probably going to be able to pull the slide job here. He does slide up, but Correa back down low. A bit of a crossover move. I just don't think that 2 car has quite the speed that he needs. Let's take a look a little farther back. Matthew Lee just out in front of Raymond Rittenor, and Matthew up into 13th position, so making up some ground here late in the going. Up in front of them, it's Ronnie Royal with the beaten up number 81 Baby Ruth. Jeremy Poole's car looks pretty clean here in the No Fear 52. He's trying to chase down Gormwald and Correa. And up at the front, Tyler Plouffe blows an engine. And that's going to end his night and really going to hurt in the point standings. He came in second, 8 points back, but running 22nd there and now blows an engine. And going to finish poorly once again here. Just a bad luck for that driver in the last handful of races. Really cost him quite a few points here as we've got another caution. I'm not sure what happened. Let's see what happened here. Perhaps Eddie Donahue. Yep, Donahue goes around in front of these cars here. Nobody gets into him, luckily, but that 17 car has had quite the night, and currently 5 laps down in 26th position. Not going to be in contention for a win or a giveaway here tonight. And I was just informed by Jeffrey Ford, the Ford Entertainment Group, that the giveaway tonight is a brand new button box. So that's an awesome prize for a random driver on the lead lap tonight. So right now, Ken McCullough Jr. deciding to stay out, and he takes over the lead. Our first lead change of the night, I believe, when he gets to the line here. And Jim Ott was he's going to be the first one off pit road on fresh tires. Currently in 6th position. Clint Cox up in front of them. Jeremy Crandall and Matt Quick, actually all these drivers making their way down as well. Ken McCullough still staying out, but 1 lead change, 6 cautions so far, and Ken McCullough Jr. finally takes over the lead. Jim Ott going to restart in 4th here in that number 4 car. Matt Quick in the 89 just up in front of him with a fairly bruised Chevy Camaro, but he has had pretty good speed tonight. Ronnie Royal just up in front was running well before the caution. So we'll see if he can hold on to his track position, but both Ronnie Royal and Ken McCullough on 46 lap old tires, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of speed they have in those race cars. Ken's car is pretty clean. Ronnie Royal's pretty beaten up, but shouldn't hurt him too bad. Matt Quick on 22 lap old tires, and then the rest of the field on brand new rubber. So Jim Ott, David Santini, Cole Johnson all going to be charging very hard. Andrew Melvin as well in that Monster Energy Camaro. Once again, big shout out to the iRacing Flea Market. You can head on over there after the race and find out who wins the random driver giveaway. Also head on over there to buy or sell your new or used sim racing equipment. You can also find advice on how to improve your rig and your setup. And it's just a great place to go and check out some cool equipment. So head on over there on Facebook. It's iRacing Flea Market. Pace car lights are off. We're double file once again. A couple different drivers on the front row this time. Ken McCullough and Ronnie Royal are going to be the ones to get us going. And McCullough choosing the inside line, Royal the high line. We'll see if he can time this restart well. But once again, the leaders had such an advantage here tonight. The 03 out in front. The 81 up in front of Jim Ott. And Ott now 3 wide with the 34 Santini, who slips on by and now goes to the inside of Ronnie Royal. 3 wide once again. The 4 stuck in traffic, kind of boxed in here. Tries to make a move down low. He's got Andrew Melvin there. He does get in front of Melvin, but has lost a couple spots to other drivers with fresh tires, so we'll see if he can make up those positions. Ken McCullough Jr. out in front, trying to get as far out in front as he can. Matt Quick currently holding on to second. Caution back out. Robert Vormwald, Josh Bonwell, the 04 of Matthew Lee caught up in this one. Few fan favorites. We're going to have to go back and see what happened. Looked like kind of a stack up, potentially the 81 on those old tires. Bonwell, something happened with Bonwell there. And Matthew Lee, nowhere to go involved in that. Robert Vormwald's the 52 of Jeremy Poole caught up in that as well. Let's go back and see the initial contact here. It was the 83 of Travis Rucker who got into him, and then a lot of issues for a lot of drivers. Once again, Jeremy Crandall got spun at the tail end of that, able to hold onto it and keep it out of the wall. So good job by that driver to get minimal damage. But definitely going to hurt the chances of some of the fan favorites here. Josh Bonwell currently scored all the way back in 23rd, and a couple of the top contenders in points here having issues. But third place, Ken McCullough Jr. trying to capitalize on the misfortunes of his competitors, and currently in the best position he could possibly be with 35 to go. And he's looking for another trophy here tonight. He's already got one on the season. And quite a few different drivers have won here this season. But the only one in the top 10 is Ken McCullough, and he's in the best position of anyone so far. Santini, though, first car on fresh tires. He's got 45 lap fresher tires than the leader and 20 lap fresher tires than second place. Cole Johnson, though, on the same tires as him, going to be restarting next to him there in fourth position. And Jim Ott, who has led so much of this race, 81 laps of the 91 that have been run. He's currently stuck in fifth after that restart. He got shuffled back to about eighth, I think, and able to grab a few positions before the melee there on the back straightaway, but see if he can find his way back to the front again. He definitely has the speed in that race car. Just does he have the opportunity to make passes? If he's blocked in, there's really not much you can do. But Ken McCullough Jr. has not pitted since lap 37 was the last time that he came in. And he is running quite a race now. These car lights are off. It's going to be Ken McCullough and Matt Quick out on the front row. The 81 of Ronnie Royal restarted on the outside line in that last one, but he did not come to pit road this time either. He's currently in 8th position, so you can see just how much of a difference tires make, but Ken McCullough Jr. doing a great job on the old rubber. We'll see what kind of lap times he runs, but he's going to have to get a great start and try and get away as far as he can to 33 and 34 behind him. Both have fresh tires. 03 gets going. Good restart, but spins the tires, getting up through the gears. 89 right on his back bumper, and side by side for second now is David Santini and Matt Quick. The 33 of Cole Johnson trying to find a way around those two, but the 03 of McCullough, I think he's starting to lose a little rear grip. Good drive off the corner there, though. And we got contact a bit farther back involving Jim Ott, the 81 of Ronnie Royal, Crandall, Vormwald, and the 2 of Matthew Correa. 42 of Chris McCullough involved in that one. So once again, some top contenders. And we are back under caution. And I think it started here. 81 was sideways. No, so 33 of Cole Johnson and the 4 of Jim Ott got together. That's what started it. 33 hard into the wall. Jim Ott involved in the 81. Went around the 01, 73, 42. All caught up in that one. Really nothing that they could do. Ken McCullough Jr. once again kind of saved by a caution, as if he doesn't get a long run, he's got a pretty good shot at winning this as we're approaching the last fifth of the race. Almost to lap 100 already. It hasn't even been an hour. I think it's only been about 45 minutes. So yeah, Tyler, sorry about your luck. Things did not go your way here tonight, and hopefully a better run for you in the next race. We hope to see you be a contender once again. But your top competitor there in the point standings, also not a great night. Bonwell, 4 laps down in 23rd. You're only going to lose about, I believe, 10 points to him if things shake out as they're sitting now. But Ken McCullough Jr. looking to try and take over the lead in the point standings and grab his second win of the season. And once again, we want to give a shout out to Renegade Coffee Bar. You can head on over to renegadecoffeebar.com, save 20% on your purchase using the code Renegade20. Renegade Coffee Bars are a delicious bite-sized pre-workout replacement bar. They're packed with caffeine and beta-alanine and give you tons of energy to make it through your workouts or just throughout your day. They are delicious and pretty cheap. They sell 12 packs. I believe there's a new 20 pack. But give them a try. Use the code Renegade20 and get some energy. I could probably use one of those right now. It's been a pretty long day, but this race is moving quickly. Ken McCullough capitalizing on some pit strategy. We'll see if he can hold on to it here for the final bit. And we appreciate the comment there, Jeff. We really do enjoy broadcasting these races. It's been an interesting season so far. Lots of action, lots of different winners. And if you are enjoying the broadcast tonight on YouTube or Twitch, please consider subscribing, liking, following, wherever you may be. We really appreciate it. It helps us bring more and more great content to the viewers. And you can also check us out on Facebook, where we announce each and every race that we're broadcasting. And we're really close to 100 likes on Facebook, which is awesome. We're over 100 subscribers, and we're almost to 50 followers on Twitch. Green flag back out. David Santini down to the inside of Matt Quick, and if the 89 can't hold him off here, it's going to be tough for anybody else to. Andrew Melvin going around, able to hold on to it, drifts up back onto the track. Nobody gets into him, but that's going to bring out another caution. Probably very frustrated driver in that number 37. Bring out another caution here. Let's go back and take a look. So we're looking at the restart. I think the 37 got some help here as they go down in the corner. The 07, just a tap on the right rear, sent him around. Does a good job keeping it off that inside wall. Thankfully, nobody else got into him, but let's take a look from the 07's view. The nose cam here. This is Jeff Smith, who's up quite a few positions from where he started. Goes down in the corner, just tags the 37 a little bit in the right rear, and it's just enough for him to go around. But Andrew Melvin, not expecting it, I'm sure. You can hear him out of the throttle, back on the throttle to keep it down low on the track, but amazing job of keeping that out of the inside wall. It's not a lot of space here to do it, and he was able to accomplish that very nicely, although losing all those spots, not going to be happy about that. That's our 9th caution of the race. We've only had the one lead change between Ken McCullough Jr. under caution staying out, and Jim Ott, who came in from the lead, currently back in 6th. His car beat up now after a fairly recent incident. we're going to run a quick iRacing commercial, and we'll be right back. And we're back double file here on the back straightaway, about to go green once again. Ken McCullough Jr., Matt Quick on the front row for the restart. They've got some drivers on fresh tires behind them. Jeff Smith, David Santini. 89 spins the tires really bad. That's going to allow Santini through up into second position. They're checking up a little bit farther back. Jim Ott, I should say, lost a little bit of ground there, but the 03 now under pressure from David Santini. Santini on 50 or 45 lap fresher tires. The 03 into the wall. Santini, good run through the corner, not able to close up though. And Cole Johnson goes around. Everybody able to avoid him. Green flag stays out somehow. I don't know what these officials are seeing out here, but Cole Johnson with issues, able to get back going again. I think he may have actually towed it to pit road. The 03 still holding on to the lead somehow on 45 lap older tires. Santini trying to close the gap, but not doing so. There's Cole Johnson. He was able to get going. He's going to be in front of our leaders on a little bit fresher tires, but a damaged race car now, heavily damaged. See if Santini can close into the 03 now, with the 03 focused on this lap car in front of him. It's going to be definitely a distraction from him hitting his line. The gap is 3/10. Jeff Smith in the 07 starting to close in on the top two. Jim Ott in the 4 car, beat up on all corners of that race car, has started to close in as well as the 03 tags the wall once again. 34 now under pressure from Jeff Smith in that 07 Hardee's machine. He slides down low, going to try and slide up in front. He does. The 34 not going to let off, bumps him, but the 07 takes the position, and he's going to try and set sights on the leader, Ken McCullough Jr., but laps are winding down, coming to 10 to go here in just a couple laps. Santini now dropping back. Here comes Jim Ott right up to the back bumper as they go into turn 1. 32 in the way of Jeff Smith. He gets up and out of the way, but 33 has closed in, or no, 33 has been passed to go a lap down. Ken McCullough Jr. battling with him, and Cole Johnson not wanting to go off that lead lap because he won't be eligible for the giveaway after the race. And I'm sure that's definitely a thought in his mind, and the 03 probably doesn't want him to race him, but got a chance to win a button box. The 07 of Jeff Smith now closing in a ton. The 03 was struggling to get past the 33. Here comes Jeff Smith up high. Cole Johnson still down low trying to get back by the leader, and this is slowing them both down. But Cole Johnson getting tight out of the corner there. That allows Jeff Smith a good run out. The 03 hits the wall harder than he has the last few times, and then that closes up the gap by another car length. Under 10 to go. Ken McCullough Jr. out in front. Can he hold on here as Jeff Smith is closing rapidly? Jim Ott back into third, and he's got some clear room to run, at least for a few laps. We'll see if he can close in. The 03, though, struggling. You can see him sliding the car, coming out of the corner, really diving it into the corners as hard as he can. Caution is out. Oh, 32 and 72 involved in this one. Let's go back and take a look. Now, this is an interesting one. The 32 of Jose Medina and the 52 of Jeremy Poole involved in this. That takes out Tim No, as well as James Simmons caught up in this. So lots of drivers off the lead lap, caught up 72, trying to lock it down. He does. He actually avoids contact, but not sure what happened with the 52. But let's try and take another look. Oh, he gets into the 04. Oh, it didn't look like it was on purpose. I couldn't see what happened before. Just an unfortunate racing accident there, as the 52 and the 04 of Matthew Lee get together. Matthew Lee back up inside the top 15, but he has had his fair share of issues here tonight. And most likely not going to follow up on his win from last week at Michigan. Such a great race from that driver. Really hadn't seen that kind of speed out of him all season, but he got a great opportunity and then took advantage of a couple misfortunes of others to capture the win. And right now it's Ken McCullough, but he's going to have drivers with much fresher tires behind him, although their tires are not brand new. They've been out there for 39 laps on those Goodyears. He's been out there for 84 laps, so quite a difference, but there's going to be a lot of fall off on both sets of tires, regardless of when they came in. Freshest tires in the top 10, it's going to be Eli Warren and Jeremy Crandall right now in 9th and 10th. 24 lap old tires, but Eli Warren heavily damaged. Crandall got hit pretty hard in a couple different incidents, so he's got left front damage. Ronnie Royal still here just outside the top 10. Andrew Melvin has charged his way back forward now to 12th position, so good job recovering by that driver, the number 37. And I'm thinking we're going to get the one to go here in either this lap or the next lap. We'll just try and keep an eye on this, but once again, we want to bring up the point standings coming into tonight's race. Josh Bonwell is having trouble here tonight, just outside the top 20 after getting caught up in a pretty big incident earlier. Tyler Pluff is out of tonight's race with a blown engine, so he is going to finish poorly for the second week in a row. Ken McCullough Jr. right now in the lead and trying to close in on the top two, and I think that is going to be accomplished unless things go awry here in the last few laps. So we will have to see what happens, and it's not over till it's over. But Ken McCullough picking the outside line, going to have to get up through the gears cleanly and not spin the tires, as the drivers behind him on much fresher rubber, also to the inside of him on much fresher rubber. So he gets going as soon as the pace car gets off. The 03, good restart. 07 of Jeff Smith, not as good, but here comes David Santini to the outside. The 07 dives way down low, almost to the inside of the 03, has to back out of it to avoid contact. Here comes Santini down low, and these two battling is going to allow Ken McCullough Jr. possibly an advantage, but the 07 powering to the outside. Here goes Ken McCullough down into 1 and 2 for the last time. 07, Jeff Smith trying to close in, not able to do so as he tags the wall hard coming out of turn 2. Going to dive it into turn 3, but Ken McCullough Jr. holds on for the victory here at Bristol Motor Speedway. The fireworks go off. Ken McCullough Jr. wins his second race of the season on 88 lap old tires, leading 44 laps after Jim Ott decided to come to pit road from the lead. So congratulations to the driver of the 03 here as he wins tonight's race, sponsored by iRacing Flea Market. If you are interested in some newer used iRacing or sim racing equipment, you can head on over to the iRacing Flea Market, and that's where you can buy or sell equipment and get advice. So head on over there after the race. We're doing a giveaway here for the Ford Entertainment Group iRacing Flea Market Series. It's going to be a brand new button box for a random driver on the lead lap. So head on over there to see who wins it. But tonight, Ken McCullough Jr. won the race. He gets another trophy headed his way. So he wins the race here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. Congratulations to this driver. Started in 6th, leads 44 laps, and comes out on top in the Coliseum. So give your congratulations to Ken McCullough Jr. in the chat. Able to hold on and fend off all those drivers on much fresher tires for his second victory of the season. And he will gain quite a few points. Josh Bonwell finishing 21st here tonight, and Ken McCullough winning. It might be just a couple points between them at the top of the standings. Meanwhile, Tyler Pluff coming home 29th, going to lose 8 more points to Josh Bonwell and continue to fall here, but still in contention, not too far out of it. So we'll see what happens to him. But anyways, tonight's winner, Ken McCullough Jr., congratulations to him. Second place was Jeff Smith. A good run by this driver. The 07 started all the way back in 25th position and charged towards the front, just not quite enough to win the race at the end of it, but he was within striking distance and gave it all he had there in those last couple laps, and just wasn't quite enough. David Santini started in 5th, ran up towards the front all race long, and finishes in the top 3 here, so congratulations to that driver of the number 34 Coors Camaro for a solid run once again. I believe he's in the top 10 in points, so that's not going to hurt his chances to make it up towards the top of the standings. But anyways, that's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. Let's actually head through the full results of tonight's race, the Bristol 125, race number 10 of the Ford Entertainment Group iRacing Flea Market Series. Ken McCullough Jr. comes out on top, started in 6th, will take the victory here on extremely old tires and does a great job holding off those drivers behind him. The 07 of Jeff Smith coming out in 2nd, not quite enough at the end. David Santini 3rd. Jim Ott, who led so many laps after starting on the pole, just could not find his way back to the front in time for the finish here, but finishes in 4th position. Raymond Rittner comes away with the top 5. We didn't hear much from that driver, but good strategy towards the end, and it pays off for a top 5 here. Matt Quick finishing in 6th, Clint Cox in 7th, Rory Gamble 8th, Jeremy Crandall 9th, and Eli Warren comes away with the top 10 in the number 19 car. In 11th, it's Ronnie Royal in that 81, who also, he did end up pitting before the end of the race, but he was out there for quite a while, along with Ken McCullough, but not quite as long. Chad Ross comes home in 12th, Timothy Bates 13th, Jeremy Poole 14th, Joshua Caudill 15th, Matthew Lee, last week's winner, not able to repeat tonight, but comes home 16th and on the lead lap. Cole Johnson 17th, and Chris McCullough, the last driver on the lead lap here in 18th. Andrew Melvin finishes 19th, 1 lap down, and Stephen Fogel rounds out the top 20. In 21st, it's going to be Josh Bonwell, your points leader coming into tonight's race. We'll see if he holds on to it for next race. But Eddie Donahue, 22nd. James Simmons, 23rd. Alec Conklin, 24th. Tim No, 25th. Matthew Correa, 26th. Robert Vormball, 27th. Jose Medina, 28th. Travis Rucker, 29th. And Tyler Pluff rounds out the top 30 here. So actually Pluff 1 position back from where I thought. So not a good run for him here tonight. He is going to lose points to both Ken McCullough and Josh Bonwell. So we'll have to see where he cycles out at the end of this here. Heath Olson finishing 30th here tonight. David McCullough 31st. Sean Gosminski 33rd. Russell Chansey 34th. Zach Fields 35th here tonight. So that will do it for tonight's field and tonight's race. Brought to you by Ford Entertainment Group and iRacing Flea Market. Head on over to the iRacing Flea Market after the race here, where they'll be doing the giveaway for a random driver on the lead lap. It's a brand new button box, and sounds like an awesome prize for one of these drivers here tonight. So head on over there to see who wins it. Also head over to FEGPC.net, where you can build your own custom PC for gaming of all sorts. They offer custom builds for all budgets, so head on over there and get your quote today from Jeff. He builds some great stuff and is very easy to work with and offers technical support afterwards, so can't argue with that. But tonight's race brought to you here on VSPEED. We want to thank you for tuning in on Twitch or YouTube, wherever you decided to watch here tonight. We were live on both of those networks. And if you liked the broadcast, please consider subscribing on YouTube or liking the video. And we appreciate all the input from all the fans here tonight. Over on Twitch, if you'd consider following, we would appreciate it. We're trying to get to 50 followers, and we are well on our way there. And we want to thank you guys so much for all the follows in the last week. We really appreciate it. But we also announce all our races live on Facebook. So we'll be bringing you more action from the Ford Entertainment Group iRacing Flea Market Series. Just keep an eye out for when we announce those races over there. Also, we just signed up with a new league called the iRacing Fantasy Series. We bring you the iRacing Fantasy Cup Series and the National Series. That's Fridays and Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And some great racing action from those guys. Very well-run league as well. And we would hope you would tune in for that to catch even more great racing. But yeah, head on over to the iRacing Flea Market here tonight. Find out who wins the random giveaway. We want to thank you once again for tuning in, and until next time, have a good night.